People from across the state of South Carolina gathered in Anderson County for Congressman Jeff Duncan's annual Faith and Freedom Barbecue.
Several high-profile Republicans were there. Carlos Flores joins us live to break down the night. Carlos.
Good evening, Sydney and Nigel. It was another packed event tonight for Congressman Jeff Duncan's 12th annual Faith and Freedom Barbecue. Congressman Duncan says it's an event that really kicks off the campaign season, and for teams DeSantis and Senator Tim Scott, a chance to win the hearts of potential voters. Presidential candidates Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Senator Tim Scott were expected to take the stage Monday. As they head back on the campaign trail, DeSantis stayed in Florida as the state prepares for a hurricane.
This isn't an endorsement of any candidate. I'm just trying to expose people to good conservatives we've had people from 20 states here. So to have a chance for them to get a message out, this great sounding board with conservative voters.
Before speaking to the crowd in an exclusive interview with WYFF News 4, Senator Scott talked about his campaign after the first Republican debate.
I thought I did really well, number one. Number two, I think most important is that if you get involved in a food fight, as you saw so many candidates do on the stage, the only thing you're doing is helping the media and helping Joe Biden.
He also touched on his 12-point plan called the Parents' Bill of Rights, a plan he says will give parents more say in their child's education.
We help that happen by focusing on making sure that the parents have a chance to choose the curriculum that their kids are going to be a part of. When that happens, good things happen for the kids.
After Scott was face-to-face with voters, Governor DeSantis' wife, Casey, took the stage. Florida's First Lady talked about the governor's accomplishments in Florida and how it will translate on the national stage.
I'm in the fight, the governor's in the fight, and we ask you to join us in the fight as well. God bless, and thank you for the honor to be here tonight.
The 2,000-plus attendees appreciated the chance to listen to their representatives.
I think these type of opportunities for the voters are very, very important. We got to come here and we listen to the issues as they're presented without any kind of filters or anything. I think it's very important.
Now, Congressman Duncan says this is one of the largest crowds they have had and are even expecting an even larger turnout next year. Nigel?
Carlos, thank you. What have you heard from Democrats on today's event?
That's a great question, Nigel. I actually caught up with National Democratic Chairman Jamie Harrison, who tells me Democrats aren't really worried what Republicans are doing right now. He even had some strong words about Senator Tim Scott.
I can tell you, Tim has really drank the Kool-Aid in terms of the extremism in the MAGA wing of the Republican Party. Who knows what will happen on the Republican side? But it really doesn't matter because every single one of them are rubber stamps to this MAGA extremism that we see that is taking control of the Republican Party.
Harrison says the Democratic Party is fully behind President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris and are already hitting the pavement to get their message out. Live in Anderson County, Carlos Flores, WYFF News 4.